Hello! One of the easiest way for you to leverage some of the audiences we've built on social media is to build what we call the how-to content. And today I'm going to deep dive into what we mean when we say how-to content for coaches and consultants, and why is it a bucket of content that is really helping you to build not only your visibility, but also the trust and the notoriety that you bring to the table. Because how-to content is exactly about helping people for free on social media. If you don't know me yet, I'm Angélique Binet. I'm the founder of Social Media Love, and I help women entrepreneurs and leaders to fall in love with their fear of becoming visible online. When I say visible, I mean the acronym visible. You use your voice, your ideas, your stories, your irresistible offers. Yes, you sell online, your beliefs, and your leadership and expertise to actually build audiences around your brand so that people get to know you, get to know your expertise, and actually can fall in love with you. So one of the type of content that I love leveraging with the people I help in my program called the Visibility Accelerator is the how-to content, because it's in a very easy way to, one, talk about things you love to talk about. It's also a little like sneak peek at your signature work, the body of work, the work that you're going to be, building year after year in your business. It's a chance for people to kind of have a little insight on how you position yourself in this industry where you are at, and help them with a solution they are looking for because they are struggling with one area of your topic of expertise. So I'm going to deep dive in what type of how-to content, but I want to give you an idea that the how-to content is friend with other type of content that we call motivational content, the content that people makes them feel good. Like you see so many quotes, and if you are posting quotes, you probably know how much people love them. They like, they share, they comment. But if you want to go to the next level, a little deeper in your relationship with your audience, you can add how to post. Those posts could be images with like a copy, could be an article in your blog, could be a podcast, it could be a YouTube video like here. And then it helps people like in 1, 2, 3, I would say 3 steps maximum to actually accomplish something and have the experience of trying it. And then when they're done with your tutorial, they try it. For those who are going to try it, not everybody will. They're like, oh my God, it really works. I want to learn more about that person. So for me, I'm going to give you an example. I am the visibility girl. So my brand around this is really tackling like 3 main areas. So if you've been following me on social media, let me know wherever you're watching, if you're watching live or the replay, by the way. I always tackle 3 types of topic that kind of always is the same thing. So number 1, you're going to hear me say that social media is the place for coaches and consultants to build their visibility because it's free. You don't have to use ads at first. And it's an amazing place to use your voice to help people for free and becoming visible. So I'm going to talk a lot about this, about, how you find an audience, who you talk to, how you talk to them. Today, we're talking about type of post. So this is that one pillar. The other pillar that I'm going to talk a lot as Madame Visibility girl is that the fact that you have to help people right there online. You have to help people not just one day, on the long term, because it takes a long time to build a following, to build people that are ready to buy from you. So that means you're going to hear me a lot about, the long game of being on social media and being consistently there with fun, ease, and flow. This is really something you're going to hear me a lot to say, because this is what I believe in and this is what I help people with. So what to post, so that's kind of today. People are going to ask me, for example, how do you know if it's the right content? How do you search about that content? So I could do a video about, the tools I use, about the question I know people ask about social media. So everything around giving value on the long term and being there for the long term. And the third thing is about how to sell on social media. So many times you hear me say that you can make money or monetize your message by becoming visible online. And so I'm going to teach things about, ads, or about how do you write a post that sells in a way that feels good, and how do you sell? What are the steps? And selling on social media, what does it mean for my sales system, for my email list? Like, how do you put that all together? Those are like tons of tutorials I can run around the 3 pillars. And I'm going to give you an extra tip. I want you to think like that. What are my 3 pillars? Right? If you are, for example, so one of my clients is a career switch coach. So she has 3 pillars. It's number 1, it's normalizing the fact that you want to switch job. Sometimes you choose to do so, sometimes you don't. And in the context of where we are at with the Great Resignation, it is a time to switch jobs or careers if you want to. So she has a declination, a variety of posts around this topic. People want to know, is it normal? What are the fears around that? How do you know that it's the right time? All those topics. Number 2, she's going to be talking about the how to switch a career, or how to switch a job. What are the steps? What do you need to think about? How do you say it to your boss? Or, things like that. What type of skill set do I need? All those topics. And number 3, she's going to, for example, we talk about the fact a lot that switching jobs or careers is how to balance, or how to live in harmony in your private life versus at work. So it's another big pillar that people love to have how-to tutorials around this. So that's kind of 3 pillars. So what are your 3 pillars? Are you Mrs. Yoga? So what are the 3 pillars of Mrs. Yoga in terms of your brand? And then, so tell me if that makes sense when you watch this video, okay? Then when you have those 3 pillars, you have different topics. You can search for them. You can even Google. There are many ways you can ask people online whether they want to hear about those 3 pillars. But I like to break down those different type of content in 3 categories. And you'll hear me say, like today, it's very strategic. And then someday it's going to be tactical. And then someday it's going to be mindset oriented. And you can actually take exactly the same mindset. Like, for example, who do I target on social media? There is a mindset component to this that I could do a full video on. Then there is a strategy component that I can do another tutorial on. And then there is a tactics, the actual things you have to do to figure out who your ideal client is. By the way, we have a workshop coming up soon, so pay attention on this. So that's example. I want you to spend time. What are my 3 pillars? For what do you want to be known for in your content? It should be content that is very close to what you do in your programs. So for me, I have a program. It's called the Visibility Accelerator Program. And we exactly, work. I help women entrepreneurs to set up their social media marketing machine. We hook it to their sales system. And then we do the inner work, the mindset work that it requires to become visible and use your voice and sell online and share what you believe in and the mission you're there, right? Who you are online. So every tutorial is about actually your programs, but it's like a nano microscopic piece that's going to help someone who's watching your tutorial. Like, I hope it helps you today. What are your 3 pillars? And can you maybe come up with 5 topics under each pillar that you can teach in the next? So 5, it's like 3 by 5 is 15 weeks of one. Usually I advise you to do 1 tutorial a week. Okay, 1 tutorial a week for so 15 weeks. Can you imagine that? That's done. And then you can either, if you're more a video person, you're going to do a video. And then after that, you're going to promote that video everywhere online. I call that the omnipresence. Or if you're more like a writer, you're going to write your blog, and then you're going to promote it everywhere else, linking back to your blog. And then if you're an audio person and recording podcasts, then you're going to do your podcast. And then after that, I call this juicing your content so that you can promote it everywhere online. So it sounds simple, but sometimes you just have to go back to the basics. You are here on social media to help people. So not only you help them, but they're going to feel that you care. I really want you to get that, down, rather than, figuring out every day what you have to post. Start with the how-to. How can you help people? How can you be of service online once a week based on those 3 pillars? And then take the discipline to write down, like literally stickies. I use the large stickies, the yellow ones. And then after that, I put the small one on it. And then I put my 5 topics under each pillars. And then do that first. And then you'll see where it takes you and how it relieves you from thinking, what do I do? What do I post? Oh, it's been 3 weeks I didn't go live, or, you commit to it. So that was more the strategy aspect, right? I want to add one more thing, is that around this video, I have a link that's called the 5 type of organic content. So hopefully it can help you outside of the how-to content. It's part of it, but the how-to content is one piece of content. So I have for you in that guide that you can find around this video, the type of organic content you can create outside of what I told you, but focus on your how-to. And this is going to change your game, because people are going to recognize you as the expert, right? And not only that, but they're going to really appreciate that you care about them. And believe me, when I talk to you online, I really care about you. Like, you don't know. I don't even have to know you, but I do, because I know what it is to be in a big fog or to have so many things to do. And if someone can tell you, hey, it is not that complicated, just come back to the basic. You love what you teach to your clients. Take a little piece of that very simply, right? Teach it like in 5 minutes on a video like that, and then do that once a week. I hope this helps. Let me know. I want to know. And don't forget to grab your freebie. Call this a freebie, a lead magnet, whatever. It's a guide with so many ideas for posts, okay? For type of post, so that you are inspired, because social media should be fun. And most importantly, believe me, your next client is there. That person might be watching every day without saying anything. So keep going. Ciao, ciao.